Bear Lake, California, Brian Adams. An orchestra musician from Riverside, California, Corey Burns Barker. And a pastor from Northbridge, California, Eric Lowe. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, everyone. This is Johnny Gilbert, and welcome back to Jeopardy Champions Wildcard. Today we're going to wrap up the week with our sixth quarterfinal game, which means that one of these three talented past champs will be advancing to the semifinals. But will it be Eric, Corey, or Brian? We're about half an hour from finding out. Let's get into the Jeopardy round and see what the categories will be. We begin with The Last Supper. Then we have Portable Cinema, you'll have to name the movie, followed by The Maori, Anatomy, Fabrics, and finally The Long and Short of It. Note those quotation marks. Eric, where would you like to begin?
Let's start with The Last Supper for 2.
According to 3 of the Gospels, this Jewish holiday was being celebrated during the Last Supper. Eric?
What is the Passover?
Yes.
Last Supper for 4.
Traditional two-word name for the chalice used by Jesus during the Last Supper. Eric?
What is the Holy Grail?
Right.
Last Supper for 6.
During the meal, Jesus predicts that this man will deny knowing him 3 times. Brian?
Who's Peter?
That's right.
Let's go to Portable Cinema for 8.
1989. I'll have what she's having. Brian?
What is when Harry met Sally?
You got it.
Portable Cinema for 6.
1976. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Eric?
What is Network?
Right.
Last Supper for 8.
According to John, Satan entered this apostle during the Last Supper. Brian?
Who's Judas?
Yes.
Last Supper for 1,000.
Traditionally, the Last Supper is thought to have taken place on this day of the week. Eric?
What is Thursday?
That's correct. You did well, Pastor.
Portable Cinema for 1,000.
1967. They call me Mr. Tibbs. Brian?
What is In the Heat of the Night?
That's the movie.
Portable Cinema 4.
2018. Wakanda Forever. Corey?
What is Black Panther?
Right.
Anatomy for 1,000.
Answer there. Anybody another boy? You got it with your very first pick, and you can wager up to $1,000.
$1,000, please.
Here's your clue in anatomy. Familiar to pitchers, the group of muscles called this includes the subscapularis muscle.
What is the rotator cuff?
That's correct. You have 1,400.
Anatomy for 8.
The gastrocnemius and soleus, 2 muscles of the calf, act like a lever system with this largest tendon to lift or lower the heel. Eric?
What is the Achilles tendon?
That's it.
Anatomy for 6.
The capitulum is a rounded protuberance in this arm joint. Nudge, nudge.
Eric? What is the elbow?
Right.
Anatomy for 4.
The uvea, the eye's middle layer, includes this contractile diaphragm, the colored part of the eye. Corey?
What is the iris?
Correct.
Fabrics for 1,000.
The name of this fabric can precede steel and rose. It's a hard one. Damask. What is damask? Corey, back to you.
Fabrics for 800.
This soft fabric originated in Wales. Its name comes from the Welsh gulanin, woolen cloth. Corey?
What is cashmere?
No. Eric or Brian? What is flannel? Doesn't sound much like woolen. I guess that's how they roll in Wales. Well, fabrics seem tough. Let's give you a minute to think about them, and we'll come right back after this commercial break. With much more Jeopardy Champions Live. Brian Adams, a retired public educator, is back with us from Big Bear Lake, California. Brian, you were a 3-game winner back in season 37, which means you took home a pretty good chunk of change. What did you do with your winnings?
Well, I wanted to get rid of my glasses because I got tired of glasses, and I was able to invest a little bit of that money in special cardiac cataract surgery. It allowed me to never wear glasses again, so I'm extremely happy about that.
So this is your first time back on Jeopardy with your new bionic man.
Yes, it was great.
People are now getting genetic modifications to go on Jeopardy. I love it. Welcome back. We'll see how your new eyesight works out for you. Corey Burns Barger from Riverside, California, is an orchestra musician. How did you react to your original run on Jeopardy?
It was really shocking, honestly. I remember winning the first game, and up there's the total of what you see, and I was thinking, is that actually real money? And I didn't believe it for a really long time. And I was talking to the producers, they were taking me to change my clothes. Like, is that really real money? Yeah. I didn't believe it until they cashed the check.
Wow, you didn't trust us at all. It would be mean to tell you after the game. Oh, and by the way, it's not real money. We like to save this for the end. Oh, it's real. Eric Lowe is a pastor from Northridge. What was it like hearing you were going to be back on Jeopardy, Eric?
That was amazing. I mean, I was just so grateful. You know, living out a childhood dream the first time, being able to come back again. It's a really special opportunity.
Thank you for coming back. I hope you enjoy it now that you're a veteran, a little more relaxed, like all of our past champs. Corey, you gave us the last correct response. We can get back into the game.
Let's have the Maori for 600.
The second largest Hawaiian isle shares its name with this Maori hero of myth who slowed down the sun for humans. Eric?
Who's Maui?
Correct.
The Maori for 8.
Named for a figure in Maori legend, Sacred Mount Ruapehu is one of the world's most active ones of these. Eric?
What is a volcano?
Yes, it is.
The Maori for 1,000.
In this 2002 movie starring Keisha Castle Hughes, a 12-year-old girl wants to be chief of her Maori tribe. Granddad says no. Brian?
What is Moana?
No. Eric or Corey? It's the movie. What's Whale Rider? Back to you, Eric.
The Maori for 400.
Called moko in Maori, these body adornments signal status and rank. Right.
What are tattoos?
Right.
Long and short of it for 1,000.
This California port city is home to an aquarium and the Queen Mary. Eric?
What is Long Beach?
Correct.
Long and short of it for 8.
Tinker of Tinker to Everest the Chance was one of these. Right.
What's a short straw?
Yes.
Long and short for 600.
Traditionally, the main ingredients in these Scottish cookies are flour, sugar, and an ample amount of butter. Right.
What is shortbread?
Yes.
Long and short 400.
The lottery or the gold bug. They're just short. Brian, you select.
Long and short 2.
At 29 feet 4.5 inches, Mike Powell holds the world record for this. Right.
What is the long jump?
Correct.
Fabrics for 6.
Freshly groomed snow that's grooved is called this for its resemblance to a certain fabric. Right.
What is corduroy?
Yeah.
Fabrics 4.
It sounds like hammerheads provide the material for this, but it's usually a worsted fabric for men's suits. Brian?
What is shark skin?
Not actual shark, yes.
Good. Fabrics for 2.
Jeans and overalls can be made from this fabric, whose name comes from a city in the south of France. Corey?
What is denim?
You got it.
Anatomy for 2.
The layers of the skin are the epi-this, the this, and the hypo-this.
Eric? What is the dermis?
You got it.
Maori for 2.
The language of the Maoris became an official language of this country in 1987. Right.
What is New Zealand?
Right. And the final clue in Portable Cinema, 1939. I'll give you my pretty, and you're long too. Corey?
What is the Wizard of Oz?
That is correct. I have my dead-on impersonation competition. You are still in third place, Corey, but have no fear. Just need to select first in the double Jeopardy round. That begins when we return. In just a minute. There are 2 daily doubles on the board in double Jeopardy, but we've been on here for 40 years. You probably knew that. Here are your categories. First, Leonardo da Vinci, busy guy. Then we have Broadway musicals by characters, authors, with that letter A, microscopy, followed by street smarts, and bad English. Corey, what appeals to you there?
Street smarts for 2,000.
In Berlin, Wilhelmstrasse runs parallel to this other major street bearing the name of a German emperor. Eric?
What is Kaiserstrasse?
Sorry, no. Corey?
What is Friedrichstrasse?
That's correct.
Street smarts 1,600.
The city of Salford, near Manchester, has the real street that inspired this British soap opera. Corey?
What is Coronation Street?
Correct.
Street smarts 12.
Answer there is the first Daily Double round. You just moved into second place, Corey, and you could take a lead here.
Let's make it a true Daily Double.
Okay. You could have 10,000 bucks if you're correct in street smarts. This capital's Grandia was once named Avenida de José Antonio, after the founder of the fascist party.
Where's Madrid?
Madrid is the capital, yes. You got a big lead.
Let's do bad English for 2000.
8-letter term for a sentence error, found in the present clue. Right.
What is it? No, abbreviation, no.
Sorry, no. Eric or Corey? It's a fragment. Those are sentence fragments. Corey, you select.
Leonardo da Vinci for 2000.
As it has bird-like flapping wings, Leo's flying machine is designated as one of these. Called an ornithopter. Corey?
Leonardo da Vinci, busy guy for 1600.
The answer there. Another double.
All right.
Are you going to double up again, Corey? What would it be?
No, thank you. Come on. I'll do 6,000.
Still a big wager. Here's your clue. In Leonardo da Vinci, busy guy. Using Vitruvius's formulae, Leo showed how the proportions of this relate to the most perfect geometric figures.
What is the golden ratio?
No, I'm sorry. The human body. It's a picture of the guy in the circle in the square. Yeah. So that drops you down to 4,000. Much closer game all of a sudden. Corey, select.
Yeah, Broadway musicals by characters for 2000.
Dina Jones, Effie White, James Thunder Early. Eric,
What is Dreamgirls?
you got it.
Broadway musicals by 16 for 16.
Mafalda Hatibi and Elmer McKinley. Right.
What is a key?
Time.
No, kilo, sorry.
Eric or Corey? What's Book of Mormon? Eric, back to you.
Broadway musicals for 12.
Tevye, Yenta, Laser Wolf. Eric,
What is Fiddler on the Roof?
Right.
Broadway musicals for 8.
Hercules Mulligan and James Madison. Eric,
What is Hamilton?
Yes.
Broadway musicals 4.
Rizzo, Sandy, Danny Zuko. Right.
Nice, Greece.
Greece is the word, yes.
Authors for 2000.
This author's Things Fall Apart is set in an Evo village. Eric,
Who was it? Chile?
Chinoche is right, yes.
Authors 1600.
Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency was brought to life by this author. A response of 42 won't help you. Corey,
Who's Douglas Adams?
Correct.
Authors 1200.
Her novels include The House of the Spirits and Of Love and Shadows. Corey,
Who is Isabella Allende?
that's her.
Microscopy for 2000.
You can identify some molds by the shape of these reproductive cells. You're looking at their spores. Corey, that's it.
Bad English for 1600, please.
Flout, meaning to show scorn for, is often confused with this word, meaning to show off. Corey,
What is flaunt?
right.
Bad English for 1200.
In a sentence, this noun and its verb have to agree in number. The subject has to agree with the verb. Corey,
Microscopy for 1600.
the single-use weapon of this insect is seen here. Right.
What is a bee?
That's it.
Microscopy 12.
It's a fertilizing element for ragweed. Corey,
Was pollen?
right.
Leonardo da Vinci, busy guy for 1200.
Late in life, a bitter Leonardo made apocalyptic drawings called this series. Another word for flood. Eric,
What is Diluvian?
no. Corey, of course.
What is antediluvian?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Brian check his head. Deluge. You were so close. What is deluge? Back to you, Corey.
Bad English for 800.
It's the typographical mark that is missing in the first line of this clue. Corey,
What is the apostrophe?
yes.
Bad English 400.
The clue I am reading had an example of a shift in this. Corey,
What is tense?
you got it.
Street smarts 400.
Zagreb, Croatia, and Shoreham, New York each have a street named for this enigmatic inventor. Eric,
Who is Tesla?
right.
Street Smarts 8.
The New York Times won a Pulitzer in 2002 for covering this street, also in the name of another winning paper that year. Eric,
Was Wall Street?
that's in the journal, right?
Microscopy for 8.
Half of the original U, seen here. Eric,
Was Sperm?
that's it.
Microscopy for 4.
The variety of this plague carrier is seen here. Right.
What is a flea?
That's it.
Leonardo da Vinci, busy guy, great.
Leo called it the noblest sense, hence his love for harmonious proportions in paintings. Right.
What is sight?
That's right.
Leonardo da Vinci, busy guy for 4.
The crank-operated covered chariot Leo designed certainly predated the Sherman one of these. Eric,
What is a tank?
that's a tank inventor.
Authors for 8.
According to legend, he was a Phrygian slave who may have lived from 620 to 560 BC. Eric,
Who is Aesop?
correct.
Authors for 4.
Last clue. This prolific author used the name Paul French for some sci-fi works. Right.
Who's Asimov?
I think Asimov is right. Yes, taking you 5,400. You're still in third place, but Eric and Corey so closely matched for the lead. But this is truly anybody's game. Final Jeopardy is up now, of course. The category today will be famous Americans. I don't know how much that narrows it down, but you'll make your wagers during this break. And when we come back, we'll start with the Here's our final Jeopardy Champions wildcard, Final Jeopardy of the week. The category is famous Americans. Let's show our past champs the clue. On March 23rd, 1779, he became the first U.S. diplomat to serve overseas by presenting his credentials to a foreign government. 30 seconds. Good luck. Restaurant on the end with Brian Adams in third place with 5,400. His response? Who? Benjamin Franklin. That correct. Benjamin Franklin was the first. You're surprised? The first U.S. minister to France. Well done. So you're going to add to that. How big was the wager? Oh, bet everything from third. You have 10,800. Corey Burns Barger was in second place with 9,600. What do you think of Benjamin Franklin? Jefferson. Franklin's successor. You were off by only one person. How much did you wager? 3,000, dropping you down to 6,600. Eric still has the lead for the moment. It all depends on this response. Did he come up with Franklin? Who is John Adams? We had 3 different founding fathers. How much did you wager? 7,001, dropping you down to 5,199. And from third place, Brian Adams, you just became champions wildcard semifinal. Thank you for spending the week with us. We have more champions wildcard beginning on Monday. We'll see you then.
The game may be over, but the conversations aren't. Go to Jeopardy.com/overheard.